Hello everybody, my name is Master Koper and welcome back to another video. Just moving this so you can see me better. Now in the past I have covered the different types of spirits that exist. And also I've told you that you can summon them, and I even gave you different ways in which you can summon them and the benefits and the downsides of each one. But I understand that summoning a spirit is not something that everybody would like to do. I do not blame that person. So I decided to create a video explaining the different types of communication methods one can use without having to summon the spirit in order to have a direct contact with them. So one of the ones that I use the most myself personally is what's called a black mirror, and it's basically a obsidian based mirror. Mine was about the size of an A5 page, and it had a golden cover around it, and you charge it using the energy of the moon, and you keep it preferably in a silk blanket so it doesn't lose its energy. And you call upon the spirit that you wish to talk with using the sigil, and you set the right atmosphere, you make sure it's quiet, you burn some incense to create a smoky type environment, you make sure it's dark outside, and you only have about one candle set behind the black mirror in order to use it. Then you gaze into the black mirror and you start to meditate upon the sigil and this being that you wish to communicate with. After a few minutes, with the corner of your eye, you should start to see the image of the being in the mirror, but you shouldn't be looking directly at the mirror. You should be looking sort of like on the frame, and you should be looking with the corner of your eye, and then you'll see the full image, because the size of our eyes pick up different type of light than the middle of our eyes, and it allows us to see the spiritual things a bit more. Have you ever noticed, like, you see things with the corner of your eye and you look and there's nothing there, but then you look away and you thought you saw it again? Yeah, it's because the size of our eyes seem to see better when it comes to spiritual things and other things. Another thing that you can use in order to communicate with the spirits is the pendulum. I personally have never used a pendulum, but I've heard that it is quite popular and is very easy to use. You get the pendulum and you set the guide rules. So it's like, if it's a yes, it moves back and forth, and if it's a no, it goes in circles and something like that. It's very easy for spirit communication because you can ask a lot of yes and no questions and receive very accurate answers. You can do that with your body if you want to check your subconscious mind as well. It's like you ask yourself a question of what it needs, if it needs something, and if it's a yes, it will like move backwards and forwards, but if it's a no, it will like rock you. Another good tool, some quite often misrepresented, is the Ouija board. Now don't be screaming at me. I've used Ouija board myself many times, and only few times I have actually managed to find a spirit that was good in nature that would want to contact me. But as long as you take the right precautions and state exactly who or what you want to communicate with, you will have no problem. Lighting such things as white candles and black candles. If you don't know the properties of different candle colors, I advise you to go check out my other videos where I talk about them. And lighting good incense and making a clear intention which spirit you wish to contact. That must be a good spirit, not a mischievous one or one that wishes any harm upon you, then you will be fine. It's just like with anything. You don't go onto a construction site and start climbing the ladder. Well, but right, you don't go onto a construction site and just start running around with untied shoes and without any protection on you. Right. The next part is the tarot. It is the most popular way of contacting spirits as of right now, if I am aware rightly. And it is using the different decks of cards in order to channel the answers. And I personally don't have a lot of information on it, but the way it works is the person contacts the spirit, and the spirit gives the answer through the tarot cards. You need to learn about the meaning of each card in order to be able to read it. So that's the only drawback on it. But it is probably a lot better than just like never mind. Actually, all of them would be equal. If you want to contact, no matter it will be dependent on the person. A person, people may prefer using a black mirror, whereas some may prefer using tarot. It's all subjective. So yeah, using tarot is very popular. I can tell you that much. I've been to few tarot readers myself, and the only thing I can tell you about the tarot is make sure you research the deck that you wish to use, because different types of decks provide different types of energies, and you need to make sure that you are compatible with that type of energy. I myself had a deck of tarot, but the deck that I had was not compatible with my energy, and therefore I had to get rid of it because it was really making me sick. So it happens. Right, the next type is channeling. Just like in tarot, you connect with the spirit directly, and you don't actually summon the spirit, but you connect energetically together. And by channeling, the spirit is able to perform through your body. It'd be like writing, painting, singing, and other forms of communication could be used as well. And I found that whenever I write, I channel a lot without even being aware of it. There is a certain type of spirit that helps me along my journey, and every time I write, it provides a very clear and very beautiful type of writing for me. Like if I was trying to speak like that, I wouldn't have been able to. Like the certain words that I use while channeling, I wouldn't even know how to pronounce. I wouldn't know the meaning of them until I actually write the word. Or whilst I'm writing, I receive new words that I didn't know in the past, and I all of a sudden know it. I'm just like, what is this word? But that is channeling. And the last one that I'm going to talk about in this video is telepathy. So you contact the spirit through telecommu no telepathically. So the spirit reads your mind. You send your thought forms towards that spirit, asking him, her, it, whatever you need to ask, and you receive images or words or speech back in return. And it is as simple as that. So telepathy, of course, has to be learned first in order for this to work, but usually we can receive messages quite easily, but it's a bit trickier to send it if you don't have any experience. But I'm gonna close this video here. I hope you've learned something here, and these are the different forms of communication that you can use in order to talk to the spirits. Enjoy your day, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.